Hey YouTube, JC here. Just wanted to post a quick video. Got some Miguron knives in. This is my first experience with Miguron, first time buying them. I'll just give you a little good and bad of, my experience so far. So first thing is I got this package in, came from California, but didn't really come from California. It's weird. I went on the Miguron American website, and like they have, their little stuff right here, Miguron.com, and the email, the Gmail account, and all that stuff for you to contact them. I ordered these back in mid-February. They just came in today. So add that up. What is that? It's almost 2 months. So mid-February and today, I don't even know what today's date is, to be honest with you. I just know it's the first week of April. So anyways, I waited about a month and a half, month and a couple weeks maybe. And I'm like, I know stuff does take a lot longer to get from China. I didn't know they were coming from China at the moment. I figured they were just kind of like Vastid, or another company like that, where they had knives made over there. But when they say they're in stock on their website, because on the website it was showing these two items were in stock. And I was thinking because they were in stock that they were coming from somewhere in the United States. Well, they came all the way from China, which obviously they're made in China because it says right there, made in China on the package. So it's obviously made in China. But I was expecting that, but I wasn't expecting it to be that long. So, but then once I did do a little research and found out that that's where they came from, it was like, all right, well, it's kind of a delay. But basically what happened is it just took forever to get over here. But what was worrying me on the tracking number, it wasn't showing anything on the tracking number. So the tracking number was showing absolutely nothing. So I emailed them and I said, hey, just wondering what's going on with my order. There's no tracking shown. Is that typical or what? Well, the tracking number actually showed once it showed up like 2 or 3 days ago in California. Once it got to California, it came here pretty quick, which is normal, like 3 days or so. But they never emailed me back. So that's kind of, and I used this, this Gmail email right on the website that they had. And obviously it's on their boxes too. And that's kind of a negative point for me. I don't really care if a company messes up or anything like that, but if they're not even going to email you back, that's kind of a negative thing to me. So I probably won't deal with them just for that, to be honest with you. But let's see if I like the knives or not. So this is the first one, and I'm very excited about it. It's kind of weird they don't put the exact description on the back of the knife. It says Moyarl, but it's a Moyarl, however you pronounce that. Get this box out of the way real quick. I'm just going to show you real quick because both of these, when I first opened them, I was going to do an opening video, but that was going to take too long. So I went ahead and canceled the video halfway between. And I just wanted to, let's see if you got, there you go. You guys can see that. Oh, well, you don't really care what grams are, do you? Maybe you do. Ounces. It's just over 4 ounces. So both these knives, looking at them and feeling them, they're a little bit heavier than they look, to be honest with you. But no biggie. So I will say about this, when you first pick it up, it does not have nested liners. So it's definitely chunky. It's a lot more chunky than you would think. So when you open it, you can look down straight on it and you can just see how thick it is. Like I said, if they had nested liners, that would be, in my opinion, a lot better, or at least not necessarily this one needs the nested liners as much as if they just beveled the edges a little bit, might have had a little bit better feel on it. G10 they use, I'll have to say, and both these were oil soaked. I kind of wiped them off already, but G10 is very nice. The G10 is very nice. The blade, I'm not really, I don't know what they used as far as on the blade goes. It seems a little shiny to me, like they used a gloss finish. I would have rather them use a flat finish, but that's just my taste. Some people might like the gloss. It's 14C28N. So that's a pretty good steel, to be honest with you. Pretty good steel. This knife came in under $50. So I would say it's a pretty good deal for this knife. A couple people said, they've been kind of blown away by the price. I think it's about what it's supposed to be honest with you, on this knife. I mean, G10 is a very nice material. The clip really impresses me almost as much as anything on the knife, to be honest with you. Really love the blade shape, but as far as the way the knife's put together, like I said, I mean, it's just, I'm assuming that's a piece of G10 in there. I don't know what that is, but it's just got a little maybe plastic spacer or G10 spacer in there, non-nested liners. So, it's not like this is a mind-blowing knife or anything like that. It's just a decent budget knife, in my opinion, for what it is. I do like the fact that they use T8 hardware, it looks like, on this. And I will say the detent is really, really nice on this. So to me, I'm extremely happy with this knife. I don't think, like, people, you know, like I said, to me, in my opinion anyways, I know what they cost to manufacture these things, and $47 is a pretty good price for this knife. It's not like mind-blowing or anything like that, but I will say, for what some companies are charging nowadays for what you get, even though it's non-nested liners, $47, I would recommend buying this knife all day long. The accent ring they put on this thing is just beautiful. I really like the accent ring. It just gives a nice little touch with the clip. So this side of the knife is beautiful. This side, I would have liked to see a little accent ring there, but that's just me, my taste. But let's go over the knife again real quick. Like I said, perfect detent, in my opinion. Love the detent. Clip, perfect. I give both of those 10s out of 10s, to be honest with you. Scale material, very nice. I'd say 8 out of 10. Having non-nested liners and having a little chunky, a little heavy for the size of the knife. Maybe 4 out of 10, to be honest with you. But all in all, man, this is a great knife, and I do highly recommend this. And the blade shape, I mean, it's just, oh man, reverse flicking action on this is just beautiful, because the detent, to me, I don't like to be too light of a detent. That's one thing I didn't really like about the Thunderbird when I first unboxed it, but the detent has been tightening up ever since I've been using it, and it's fantastic now. It's not quite as tight as this one. This, to me, is perfectly tight, but that's just for my taste. I do like the fact on the blade, too, not just the hole opening, the pear-shaped hole opening, but I do like the fact how they have the little cutout right there for the sharpening choil. So that's a really, really cool touch, because I hate knives with no sharpening choil like Spyderco does. I mean, I love Spyderco knives, but I kind of don't like the fact that they have that little stop right there. You kind of want to make your own end, but really cool blade shape. I can tell this is going to be a really nice little slicer. Oh, another thing on the blade I do not like. I don't like the fact how they don't have any type of notching or cutouts or any type of gription right here for your finger. Kind of feels like it's a little slick up there, like it's going to go either way if you have to do a hard cut. I haven't done any cuts with this, obviously, yet, but if I had to do a hard cut, I don't like that fact. Doesn't necessarily need to have one here, like hinder crap. I don't like that stuff, because it hurts your knives if you have to have a flipper back, but I like to have at least something on the blade. But that's just my opinion. So that's my overall on this knife. I would say definitely get your hands on one of these if you can for the price, because it's a great feeling knife. I would have liked to seen if they had, they didn't have it in stock. They only had the green with the non, whatever you call it, coated finish on the blade. But it goes pretty good together, because it's black and black, and I do love this side of the knife. That's pretty cool. So anyways, let's put that one aside. That one's a win for sure. This one, it's kind of weird, to be honest with you. I will say, and again, let's go ahead and wait real quick. But I didn't measure the other one, but maybe we can go back and measure it if we want to. But let's go ahead and weigh. It's in grams again, of course. There we go, 4 ounces. It's weird. It's the same. You would think, looking at these two knives, that this one would be lighter, but it's really not. That's what's weird about this thing, man. For the size of this knife, you pick it up, you know, you feel like you're picking up a solid piece of titanium or something. It's just like, it's pretty heavy, to be honest with you. It's pretty thick for the size of the knife. I'm gonna go ahead and open it, and let's see if I can. Yeah, it's kind of awkward, to be honest with you. I did try opening it a couple times with the finger flip. There we go. So I got to go that time. You have to forgive me. I'm a mechanic. My hands aren't exactly as pliable as they used to be from doing this my whole life, I guess. But anyways, oh yeah, let's go ahead and try that again. Let's go ahead and measure it up. Like I said, I'm not really used to this thing very much. It's kind of thick, to be honest with you. Just under 3 inches, it looks like 2.99 probably is one of them deals. So just under 3 inches of blade, and it's 4 ounces. It's kind of thick. Like I said, I do like the fact that they have this little cutout here, because people like me that aren't that great at doing the reverse flick type of thing yet, I do like that. It's a little hair on that. The blade shape, it's okay. It's going to be pretty slicey here, but the tip, I'd have to do some cutting with this to get back with you guys. This is just kind of a first impression. I do like the fact that they use T8 hardware. But like I said, the clip on this one, it's a little weak feeling, to be honest with you. It's okay, but, you know, it's not the best clip. Obviously, the screws aren't countersunk or anything, or you know, caged bolts or anything like that. But You know, if this thing would have had nested liners on it and just a little bit lighter, or maybe even they took the liners and, like I said, just kind of rolled or beveled the edges around or something, it would have been a little bit better. But I need to, there we go. There we go. I'm getting better. I just need to sit down and practice with this thing, I think, a little bit. And yeah, we're getting there. I'm not as good as some people flicking those things, but like I said, you can see my hands. I mean, they got scars and stuff on them and all beat up over the years, but there we go. There we go. I just need to get the hang of this thing, but it's a weird knife, but the main reason I got this knife is because it's not something I would typically buy, and I just wanted something different. I wanted something to try out that was different. Let's try front flipping it. Oh yeah, see, that's cool. I can front flip this pretty easy. So either way, even if I can't do that all the time very well, that way I can front flip it and stud flip it. And it's pretty nice. It's got about the same detent as the Moyarl. This knife was right at $40. I think it was like $39.95, something like that. Isn't really a huge budget, in my opinion, for this knife. With the thickness of it and the way it is, it's kind of put together like a Walmart-ish knife, you know. To me, it has kind of the feel of a $25 knife. Now, that's just my opinion, you know. It does have a premium blade steel. Or at least I think it was, I'd have to go back and look at the description on this. I don't know what the blade steel is. My bad. I think it's 14C, just like the other one, but I'm not really 100% sure. They do have, it's a little thicker top line, so it's a chunkier, it's definitely, just by looking at it, it's a chunkier blade. You can see the tip on it. So this thing is actually pretty heavy duty, and it's no play at all, but it's so thick compared to the blade if you look at it. So to hold it in your hand, it's a little awkward, to be honest with you. If it was a little thinner, and this pocket clip does kind of dig in a little bit. So it's just kind of all in all a weird kind of knife. There we go. I need to practice that more off of camera. But either way, I'll get the hang of it, and it's just a fun little knife, to be honest with you. But in my opinion, 40 bucks, even if it does have the 14C blade steel, it's just a little weird for me. I would have rather seen this at like maybe 30, you know. I think that would be even a fair price. But anyways, that's just my thoughts on it. And man, I gotta look at this one again. Man, this thing, I will say that this is definitely good. I mean, it is a little thick. There is a couple little things I don't care much for, but all in all, I can see I will be putting this one in my pocket and carrying this one around to work, if not outside of work. So this is JC, and this is just my first impressions and experience of I got to look at what this was called because they don't put the thing on there, but the Moyarl, I'll put it in the description. And I think it's like Tagalog or Tagalong or something like that. All right, peace out.